Hey everyone, and welcome back to VFX5 once again. So in today's video we are going to talk about a tool which is very important for any VFX compositor. The name of that particular tool is P Card Snap, and this node was created by Shubham Soni. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So as you can see over here, Shubham is currently working as a VFX compositor at DNEG, and he also created this tool. Apart from this tool, I think one or two more tools he have created, and today we are going to see one of his recent tools, which is P Card Snap, right? So first thing first, if you want to download this tool, what you have to do, just you have to go to this website, which is shubhamsoni.com, tools P Card Snap. Also, if you are coming over here, you can go to tool and you can click on P Card Snap. And if you'll go over here, you will have download link. But before downloading, you will have installation. Just you have to copy paste gizmo folder into your nuke folder, .nuke folder, and open menu .py, and you have to copy paste this tool, right? So I'm not going to deep dive into how to install because already made several videos on that, right? So you can just go to Nukepedia and you can log in to Nukepedia and you can download this tool, right? I'll recommend you to download this tool because I had a conversation with him. So there was a problem in naming and renaming, so he zipped that file and uploaded recently on 27th of December, right? So you can download this tool and you can proceed further and you can follow installation process, right? I'll give link to the description. You can download it from there. Okay, so once you are done with downloading it, what you have to do, just you have to hit tab and type card snap. So you will find P Card Snap. So P Card Snap having three inputs. One is texture, another one is CG render, and third one is camera. If I have to take you through this card setup or node setup, so I'll click on plus, and if you can see, it's pretty simple setup. I'm having one input of texture, one input of camera, and another input of CG render. So it's pretty simple. Like, we need to show card in a wireframe mode, so I'm having wireframe and a simple card. Cam is like sample frame hold. I'm having a frame hold. Transform geo and X is just to give a look at kind of stuff, and then simple scan and render, which coming from here. And I'm having input CG render, then I am having position pass. This is position pass, and simple output I'm having, right? Pretty simple setup. I'm not going to show each and every node. You can go and you can try it out. I'm going to minimize this, right? If you'll see any deep node, it's having same color. I'm not sure if it's working with deep or not. I will do the research and definitely in next video I'll tell you, but I'm hoping that this node can work with deep as well. So I'm not sure, but definitely I'll tell you this very soon, right? Okay, so now I'm having one CG render, which you can see over here. It's pretty simple. It's a static image, but it will work with sequence render as well, right? Due to some reason, I need to shuffle my position pass and again copy it to my mainstream. I'll show you what I'm facing. So I'll take a shuffle node, and if I'm going to shuffle my position pass, it's coming black because in Maya, due to some reason, my position data is coming in PX, PY, and PZ. So what I have to do, just I have to do this PX, PY, and PZ. So this is the way how I'm figuring it out that my position pass is coming. If anyone having any solution, please give it to me. Definitely I'm in need because this is the first time I'm facing this problem. So once I copied my data over here, now I'm able to see my position pass, right? And this node, as name suggests, works on position data, right? So I'm going to connect my CG render over here. Let me fix that thing. So let me connect my CG render over here. Pretty simple. Let me make space. Also, I can connect my camera like this, and what texture I want to place, because I want to place this texture and also I want to place inside these two areas. So I am going to connect my texture to my texture. Pretty simple. And if I'm going to show it to you, it's coming like this, right? So let's double click on node, and suddenly when I'm going to double click, you can see I'm having my background and also I'm having one wireframe of card. And if I'm going to show you in 3D, you can easily see I'm having my card placed in front of my camera, right? But this position is not good. If you won't find any background, just go over here and just you have to click on show busy. It will definitely come. Apart from that, we are having extra card menu, scanline render, and node. These are the menu or tabs I am getting. First thing first, what we have to do, you have to select what kind of position world you are having. So currently I'm having none, but I have to go and I have to select my position, right? Once this is done, then you will be only able to place it. So I'm going to position select and I'm going to place something like this. So if you can see, I'm having position shifted, but it's too big because my uniform scaling is 100. So might be I'll keep 10. And now if I'm going to show it to you, if I'm placing my position select, automatically you can see my card is snapping to my that particular part, right? And it's always facing my camera. Isn't it great, right? So might be I'm going to place this. If you want to change position to bottom or top or left or right, we are having pivot offset. So definitely I'm going to change my pivot offset to somewhere over here, and now it will be easier for me to position it. So suppose that I want to position over there, and might be I'll do this. Before moving forward, if I have to show how this is moving in 3D, let me take another viewer. Okay, so now I'm having all the setups, and if I'm going to change this thing, can you say how my card is snapping to its position? Can you see that? How it's going to backward, how it's coming forward. Can you see this? Isn't it great? And best part is this is position driven, so you don't need to take care about any camera sliding and all if you are using sequence. So suppose that I'm doing this, I am happy with my this position, and also I'll go over here and might be I'm going to scale it down a little like this, might be, and I want to place this thing inside my that area. So if I want to switch off my card wireframe, I can directly switch it off like this. Apart from that, I'm going over here, and since this is only element render, so I have to take a merge. This will be my background and this will be my foreground like this, right? And if I'm going to see, might be I'll do plus. Okay, and also I need to put it behind these walls. So for that thing, I'm having my crypto mat, pretty simple, and I'll add my crypto, and let me check if I'm getting in material. Yeah, material will be good. So I'll take this, I'll pick like this. I think I'll pick this one as well. And apart from that, what I can do, I can come over here, I'll take a merge node, and over here I can stencil it, right? And if I'm going to see from here, my this fire is coming inside my this element, right? If I want to put this fire over here as well, so what else I can do, I can take another card snap and I'll connect my texture over here, my camera over here, and my CG render over here as well, like this. Let me arrange. So I'm having my another set of P card snap, and same way I'm going over here and I'll select my position and show BG, and I'll put it like 8 might be, and I can start placing things as I wanted, right? So might be I can change offset to something like this, and now I'll start positioning it. And same way I can take merge. I'll take same crypto. If let me check if my crypto is working. Yeah, it will work. So I'll connect this and I'll stencil it out. So now I am having this, and apart from that, what I'll do, just I'll merge with my this output. Let me make some space. So I'm having my both of the fire and on top of this thing, right? If you want to change offset in terms of whatever flame I'm having, so what I will do, just I'll go over here in texture. After reformat in texture, I'm going to take a time offset and I'll connect this, and probably I'll put minus 75. So what will happen? Automatically you can see I'm having different variation of fire. And if needed, what I can do, I can just go over here and I can take a dot node, and also I will take glow, and I'll connect my glow, and I'll do effect only. Might be this time I'm using tolerance and little brightness, not much. And also I'll take merge node and I'll plus it. So what will happen? You are having a soft glow kind of effect. If needed, I can take it further, and I will take another glow like this. I'll connect it again, this time effects only, and this time I'm going to use size like this much if needed. And also I can take another merge node like this, and I can plus it. And if I'm going to see I'm having too much glow, so I'll go over here and might be I'll reduce glow. Also I can come over here and I can reduce this glow. So now if you can see, it's pretty easy for me to place my any 3D card on the basis of my position data, right? So again, it will be very convenient for you if you are using long sequences where you have to place your cards rather than doing manually. You can do it manually, not an issue, but by using this method, you will have a very convenient way, I think, right? Shubham, you did a great job, brother. And I hope in future you are going to create tools like this for all compositor. So I hope that's it for today's video. And if you think that this video is helping you, please don't forget to like this video, share this video. And if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. With this said, this is VFX Vibe signing off. Have a good day.